Good evening, Sean.
Even Dave, you okay?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Well,
that's good. That's
yeah,
no, that's not. That's really good.
yeah, it's very good.
Okay.
It's an exciting day.
Is it is? Why
It's a
is this?
Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. Yes.
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And you're going to play some Celeste, which is a
Um.
game. It's a 2-year-old game, right?
Yes.
That I
That
think is a good game.
that makes it sound like it's a game for 2-year-olds rather than like
It's
it's
definitely
two
not for
years old.
two-year-olds, even though there's lots of accessibility options, which you might want to take a look at.
Shall we take a look at the
Which,
accessibility
yeah,
options?
which means
Okay.
maybe a 2-year-old could.
Could
I
play
think.
it. Okay, so yeah, you
Yeah.
can determine how much rumble you got going on, and there's your photosensitive mode and screen shake, um, and interesting speedrun clock. We won't be needing that.
Yep.
We won't be needing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Celeste. For those who haven't seen it, where have you been the last 2 years? I suppose is a fair question. But it was a big deal, right? Like it still is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big hit. Um, and Sean, you've played Celeste a fair bit,
Yes.
right?
I have
Okay.
on PlayStation 4.
Okay.
It's available on pretty much everything.
Yes.
So wherever you play games, you can buy it.
And I have not played any of Celeste. I've seen it. I've watched it played a little bit. But that's not really going to help, I don't think. And as all our social media about this stream has suggested, I am notoriously terrible at jumps in games. All right.
Yeah,
So let's see how we really
I believe in you.
do. Thanks,
I
man.
would like to see you get to the end of chapter 2 because something happens there that I think you should see.
Okay. All right. Well, it's
Um,
always good to have an unobtainable goal.
yes.
I'm gonna keep it as Madeline, right? Did
Yeah.
you change the name?
I didn't even know you could change the name.
Ooh. Okay.
This is just your profile, though, right?
Oh, okay.
Madeline, the character you can't change Madeline's
Can't
name.
change the character. Well, then
I don't think. So. Well, we could try calling
Try.
her House. Like, is this is this playthrough going to be in the? Are we going to do what would House do? Would House jump over this?
No, because that's your reference point. That's not my reference point. No, I can't be faffed to be that creative. We're gonna play the game, in its own terms, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Do you use whatever this assist mode is? Do you know what
No.
this is?
This is actually the accessibility stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you might I don't know, like
We'll try it off to start with, and
Yeah.
if I need to come back to it.
yeah, I don't mean I was about to say I don't think you need it, but that's I feel that's kind of not very nice to people who do need it, and that's not what I mean.
No, sure.
More of a case of try it without.
Yeah.
It's great that that's in there. There's some really good accessibility stuff.
Okay. So Sean was talking important talk. So my face is probably not going to be good there, right?
You might want to put it. You might want to really shrink your face.
I
If not, put it in the top left.
I always want to shrink my face.
Yeah, because there's not much of this screen that isn't going to be taken up by
excitement.
Yes, that's probably the best place for you up there.
Up there and small.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got.
So did you?
Gone.
Did the game tell you any controls, or did you just assume that you know how to jump?
I kind of looked at the controls ahead of time.
Yeah, but I'm just interested to see, like, because we're thinking about onboarding, right?
Yeah.
And how, like, so that's my question. Did it? It didn't. Did it?
No. I'm intrigued. No. I mean, I suppose the fact I knew it was a platformer. Oh, crumbs. I knew it was a platformer. Oh, okay, a little bit of wall action there. Okay. I knew it was a platformer, so I kind of figured it would involve jumping, and would you just default to hitting A or whatever your controllers change, then jump there. I want to get up there, Sean, but I'm not sure I'm supposed to be able to. Oh,
Up where?
oh, there we go. It begins. It kind of makes me feel like I should be able to get up there, but maybe I can't.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. So, okay.
So now you're being told to control. So I
Now,
guess this is something that is like non-standard to platformers that you're being told.
Yes. And it's a bit like, what were we playing last week?
Scourgebringer, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So Scourgebringer has an unlimited climb, whereas this one, there is a stamina meter to climbing. You cannot just climb forever. And if you, it's in. I'm just going to be telling you stuff about the game.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Like,
yeah,
it's
kind
of, fine. So like there's no really way of telling that when how that stamina. It's kind of a hidden stamina meter. Like you can kind of see she's sweating, but that's about it. So you have to kind of gain a sense of it.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so I got my first dialogue bit.
Very big dialogue boxes, right?
Yeah, big dialogue boxes, nice and easy font to see. I think that's something we will probably need to change with our dialogue boxes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? I mean, you won't be able to hear this, but maybe you'll remember from when you played it before. Yeah, how do you feel about those noises?
I love those noises. I think they're great. Okay. I wish I knew how to do them because I think they add a lot. What do you think? You don't like them? The way that you're saying okay.
I don't know, but I do understand. But I find them almost like a cliche kind of game thing to do.
Yeah, but I suppose, but then like, isn't dialogue in its own way kind of cliche? Like,
no. It's a device that works well, and there's a reason we use it.
Yeah. So something they do that's interesting is the animated text, like moving text and stuff.
Yeah.
So like if they highlight kind of very much like Zelda would highlight certain words. They do a lot of things with animation in the text, which is quite nice. I wish I could figure out how to do. Which I'm sure giving enough time I could figure out how to do it. But
yes.
You know, there must be a way. There must be someone has done a tutorial video on how to do that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And if they haven't, that's a market we need to get into.
Oh, I'm rumbling. Oh, yeah. Okay. Whew, I've made it. Thanks, bird.
So that's quite an interesting way of teaching you that dash maneuver, right?
Yes. A bit of drama. Yeah.
What are you thinking about the story-ish so far? We kind of talked over it.
I know we did. I didn't pay too much attention. Can we go back?
No.
Can we go back and talk to the lady?
Yeah.
So I mean, she was giving me some sass because I said something about her driveway being quite challenging, and there's no way I was going to get up the mountain if that was the case.
Yeah.
And I was just obviously unimpressed by that, according to my my attitude, general face attitude.
Now, I do have one thing I don't like about this game. This message about saving, quitting from the pause menu at any time.
Yeah.
You resume from the same screen. I did that, and I lost 2 or 3 screens worth of progress, and I didn't go back to the game again.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like,
you felt burned.
Well, you'll see. No, you'll see why. In a moment. But here you go.
Here I go. Here's Celeste. Okay. So those spiky things are obviously bad.
Yeah, spikes are bad. Spikes are always bad.
Yeah. Ooh, sick dash. I hear strawberries are good.
Strawberries, yeah, you should, and strawberries are showing that you're good.
Oh,
if you get that strawberry, you don't need to get the strawberry, do you? But that strawberry is there if you want to get it. I think you can get the strawberry.
I think I just got the strawberry.
Nice.
You
got 1,000.
1,000 strawberries.
Yeah.
Interesting. Sorry, I'm like probably pausing too long on this because we're thinking about a trampoline.
Yes.
In Make It Home, so that's kind of interesting.
But that's not a trampoline.
No, it's a spring,
That's
isn't
a spring.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ours is basically a spring, really.
Yeah, ours has turned into a spring. But so what does so like what does that do? Does that give you more height in your jump?
Well, yes. It also means
getting...
I'm not having to press jump, but I can't double jump or do anything beyond that.
Yeah. So now, so yeah, okay.
So yeah, I'm on it. Just doing it. Doing the Celeste, Sean.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Here you
go. God damn it. Just getting cocky. Is there a limit to my dashing?
Yes. So watch the color of her hair.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a dash available. So right. So the dash will refill if you land on the floor. And that's it. Right. So you see, you got so you've got one dash. And that's all you've got.
Oh God.
Maybe don't dash.
Maybe don't do what I'm doing.
Oh no, you could. So what's quite nice about Celeste is that you keep your momentum. Like there's a lot of once you gain that momentum, you can keep going.
How does get that strawberry, Sean?
Skill is how you get that
I
strawberry.
want that strawberry. Well, I'm not really sure I got the skills to pay those bills.
I think I have got that strawberry.
So just a little. Oh, that felt bad. Oh, wow! It followed me. Ah. Okay. Touche, Celeste. Touche.
It's a pretty generous hitbox there.
yeah. That's one way of putting it, Sean.
Yeah. How do you feel about the controls?
How do I feel about the controls? That's a really good question. I'm not sure I've necessarily decided my thoughts about the controls yet. Ooh, crumbs. Okay. That's quite inventive. I like that.
Yeah. I do like. I do like these things.
Oh, what did I just do? Did I just hurt myself?
So I've heard a lot of people talk about this this game in terms of it being almost like a puzzler.
Yeah.
So would you agree with that idea that you're presented with a room and you have to figure out how to get to the other side?
Yes.
Like,
I'm getting that vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's combining two of my really big skills: puzzle solving and jumping.
So can we get into this whole your relationship with platformers?
Oh God. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that feeling stems from, well, firstly, in my defense, I used to play a lot of games that handle jumping really terribly, like MMOs. Yeah. Okay, they obviously handle jumping.
Yeah, those kind
awfully.
Of brief, platforming elements, in World of Warcraft or whatever.
And I used to always suck at those.
Yeah.
I left it. Can you go back? You can't go back.
No, you can't go back down there. No. So then there's right. So I think the question is, does the game tell you? I'm going to shut up. I want to see. I'm trying to remember now. So because when I played this game, I'd watched a bunch of people play it, so I had a sense of what happens.
Okay.
But now I'm being interested in how it teaches you something.
I don't see maybe I'm wrong. Are there many? What's the consequence of me dying?
There's pretty much no consequence to you dying.
Okay, well that's good because I will do it a lot.
Yes. Now, how much do you want hints?
Well, I mean, I guess it's probably I don't want the stream to get painful.
So my hint is going to be keep an eye on the color of her hair.
Okay. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Could I have double dashed that? Is that what you're saying? Fuck. Yes, I could. It does go. That refills your dash, presumably.
That refills your dash.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just about timing it.
Yeah.
Yeah! Maha! Like that.
Now you're thinking with hexagons?
Yeah.
Whatever
Ooh.
that shape is. Like it's a square.
A handsome
A
stranger.
diamond, I guess. Is a diamond.
It's a diamond, yeah. Well. Ah, this guy's got a good beard. I love how they've animated her. Yeah, she's not interested, buddy. Sorry, should I be reading this? Yeah.
Yes,
sorry,
that would help.
Sorry. Yeah, not the easiest climb, is it? But I guess that's what I was looking for. Whoa, that sounds pretty serious. This guy knows what's up. I'm just happy to see another human in such a lonely place. Looks like he crash landed here in a plane. I'm Theo, by the way, an adventurer from a far off land. See what they're doing to that, animating that text there. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Not so impressed is our Madeline. Not much of a talker, are you? Mysterious lone wolf type. I get it. I'll just imagine some dark backstory for you. Yeah, you do that, buddy. Where? Oh, I can't jump up there. That's a shame. Okay. Well, Theo, that was real.
So presumably you didn't have to come here, right?
No, I definitely took. Oh god, thanks, Sean. I definitely took a left turn when I didn't necessarily have to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And now you can see things ramping up a bit.
Yeah. Oh god. Man, this is going to be bad to watch. I apologise in advance, everyone.
But I think it's an interesting thing to watch because this isn't normally the kind of game you play, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I say that so often on stream. I start to wonder: do I actually play games? I'm like, can I rightly call myself a gamer?
I think you have the I don't know what to call it, but you played WoW. It means there's a massive gap, right?
Yeah,
you can keep
Jesus
talking. You can keep talking to Theo.
Oh, yeah, but that guy wasn't that interesting. You want to see me? You want to see me fail at the same jump over and over and again, don't you? Fuck. I want to land on that side of that, and then I've got a little bit more time.
Yeah, and then you've got. Can you even do one?
Yes, I can. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, slick! It only took 13 tries, and we got there.
But it's satisfying, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean it. Yeah. I don't. I'm not supposed to go up there. So this is interesting because, like obviously it wants me to go down, but down has been a bad direction so far.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is just back to Theo. All right, we'll talk to Theo some more. Hey, sorry, I'm Madeline. Obviously, I've come round a bit. Got a lot on my mind. Sounds about right. Well, Madeline, I'd say you've come to the right place. I'm freezing my toes off, but I can't imagine a better place to be for some quiet reflection. Good point, Theo. Good point. Yeah, maybe you're right. What far-off land do you hail from? Well, my inquisitive compatriot, I doth hail from the mystical exotic kingdom of Seattle. Seattle. Yeah. Okay, cool. It sounds like a special place. Doth. It's an archaic word. We used it's one my some of my career writing students like to use every now and again in poems.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We've pretty much replaced it with do and have and words like that.
Yeah. So is this one easier on the way back? That screen? It is, isn't it? Yeah. 'Cause you've got that height.
Yeah.
So we didn't tell you about those diamonds. Ooh. You had to. You had to fail to.
Yeah.
You had to just...
No. Yeah. Like there was nothing that said, by the way, this will replenish your dash. Yeah. In fact, if you hadn't have said that, I could have been there for days.
Yeah. Oh, but doesn't that feel good? Like doing that dash thing, the thing that you just did. Like I know I'm like a second behind, but
yeah,
like that screen where you fall down into the dash chargy thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the thing I love about this game is you see every level, you see the screen, and you're like, I can't do this. Yeah. And so, but then obviously eventually you can.
Yes.
Like spoiler.
Yes. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So am I right in saying you don't get a dash if you jump off a wall jump?
Oh fuck. No, you can. Oh, yeah, you can.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
God damn it.
So this is where it gets, like, the idea of...
Oh!
of, like, keeping momentum.
Yeah.
Did you... I just saw you got crushed.
Yeah, oh god. Mm-hmm.
You played Sonic, though. You've mentioned Sonic a lot.
Yeah, but, like, Sonic was iconic. I think one of the other things that's worth pointing out is a lot of my gaming past was spent watching other people play games. Like my older brother, my best friend, like they were the ones that played the games, and I just hung out like as a thing to like do, like hanging out watching other people. So I learned like the joy of watching other people do stuff.
Hey, you were doing Twitch before it was cool.
That's a really good point. Mm-hmm. Oh god,
this is an interesting one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your hair is blue. Oh god. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So you've got full air control, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because that's something we were kind of like trying to get in. I think it helped. I bought Celeste deliberately. I bought Celeste right when we started doing the platforming stuff and making it home to try and get a sense of like what like good jumping feels like.
Sean, are you beach ready?
No, I kind of like I bought one of those like Nintendo Switch Wii like fit things, and I played it for a bit. It's good, but you know.
Is that all with the ring one?
Yeah, the ring fit.
How'd that go?
I mean, I'm not doing it anymore, but it's great.
That's a really endorsement.
Well, it is, you know, life, everything gets in the way. But it was like I was tired after doing it, much more than Wii Fit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Like I used to go to the gym like at least twice a week, which probably isn't enough. But anyway, I was getting healthy doing that.
Yeah, that's twice more. And then
as soon as I got a job as an academic, I stopped doing that and never really got back into it. Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But somehow, like I always thought, like if I have this thing at home, I don't have to drive anywhere to a gym, so I'll do it more. But
it doesn't quite work out that way.
Doesn't happen like that.
No.
Are you beach ready?
No. No way. I do, by the sounds of it, less than you do. And I definitely need to. Like, one thing I've been meaning to do this year is to get back into some form of exercise.
That's how I feel every year.
Yeah. I mean that's the classic thing, isn't it? Like, right, we say we're gonna do it, and we never do.
I remember when I was going to the gym regularly, like 1 year going to the gym that I was going to twice a week, every week, and someone like made a comment of like all these newbies coming in January, like to me, and I was like, I come here every week.
Yeah,
I'm not one of those guys. To the point where the following January, I was like, maybe I shouldn't go to the gym. People just think I'm one of those people that goes to the gym.
I'm here every week, buddy.
Yeah. But anyway, those are the good old days where I had health. Yeah, this is a one. I think
I'm
this is
struggling.
nice.
Yeah, but
But
it's not doing anything. It's not the right thing to do. I don't know what.
No, look, no, because you've dashed, so you
Yeah,
can't
I've got
dash.
I've got no hair.
Yeah, so can you jump on it? Yeah, okay. But I'm a bit behind, but
Oh yeah, maybe if I can. Yeah.
you can bring it down first, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right.
And then you don't need to dash. There's a really good
timing
talk
that's
by
tough,
the
though.
level designer about how they designed this level specifically,
Okay.
which was really interesting. And and I just watched that video before I played it, so I was like,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, you've got it, but you know what to do.
Yeah.
right?
Now I just need to have the skill level to do it.
Yeah.
Ah.
So something else I guess to know about this game, which is that there's no camera movement other than screen shake,
Okay.
and which is interesting. Well, I think is for
Yeah.
us we've got camera movement because that's the kind of game we're
Why did I jump there? Oh, actually, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It comes back. Okay. Okay. See, now the thing is, with games like this,
Yeah.
for me, and it's true of Cuphead and other games and stuff like that as well, the feeling of, yay, I did it, is
Yeah.
never enough for me in terms of, like, the absolute pain that I have to go through to achieve something like that.
Yeah.
And I know that makes me quite weird compared to most gamers.
It doesn't make you weird, actually.
You don't think so?
No, like and I'd be just because like Dark Souls is popular now doesn't mean that that lots of people agree with that. Like that's just a that actually well that's something that's what this game does and like
I guess I'm not being
really-
punished for dying, which is something.
you're not but this game is trying to make you feel frustrated. Or it's trying to make you feel like it is hard and it's unapologetically hard, right?
I kind of wonder how it felt for streamers then. Like, how interesting is it really to watch me do this badly?
Well, I think people like watching. Well, like. Eventually, a lot of people do like speedruns,
Yeah.
which I know you're not doing. But,
Oh, yeah.
but we
Okay,
want to talk
yeah.
about the game design. That's what's interesting.
The momentum
Like,
stuff
that's what we-
is super interesting.
Yeah,
I will 100% give it that.
Yeah.
Got it. Nailed it.
Nice. But you did it. So you're saying you don't? That wasn't. What do you feel? How do you feel, Dave?
Oh.
Tell us your feelings.
I feel
Finally
like
getting that strawberry.
like again, I guess I tend to feel that the payoff just doesn't outweigh the frustration I feel doing it
You
because
didn't need to get that strawberry.
true, but like I don't need to play this game. Like, you know, I think if you're here, you might as well
Yeah.
engage with the game on its own terms. And especially seeing as there's no like other than my own time and your people's time, there's no like oh, there's spikes there. There's no I said yeah, no punishment for trying it quite a few times.
Yeah.
The momentum side of things is really interesting. I don't know if like that's something we've really talked about that much in Making It Home.
No. Well, yeah. It's wow. So I guess what is the momentum stuff? So like, let's get that. Let's try and figure that. The momentum stuff is you're carrying your speed everywhere, right?
Yes.
So that means these platforms are throwing you up.
Sometimes too much. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That strawberry's. This strawberry's gonna. I mean, this could be the end of it.
Yeah. So Razman and chat saying that it's interesting to see how people attempt the same room in various different ways. Some beat the room instantaneously, some over many attempts, like Dave.
Do not expect instantaneous
some
victory.
Give up, some shoulder on, some love it, some hate it. It's all an experience, and I think that is what this game is, right? It's going through that motion of like, yeah, of failing, doing it. Yeah, and luckily, as said, there's a lot of mechanics that most people won't find or aren't even introduced to until extremely late in the game, which I've probably not seen actually.
I don't expect to see them tonight.
There's some, like is it the mixtapes that this game has, where like you can get even more difficult versions of these levels?
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think you should forget the strawberry.
I've got the strawberry,
But
so I'm not forgetting it.
Okay.
A little bit of sass for you. No.
Yeah, because I didn't. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But you're right. Like anytime it's getting too much, just say, and I will move on.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least if the game lets me move on, I will try to move on.
So this is an interesting room because, like you were saying, like you've had a room where going down has been a good thing, but I don't think going down there is a good thing.
No, that's an interesting. That's an interesting. Like, how do you feel about that as a game developer? Like mixing your messages.
Well, when there's no real punishment for death, then it's fine, I think. But we've talked about that as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like how we need to be consistent. Yeah.
Confirmed.
But you can't not go, you kind of want to get the strawberry, right? Like, that strawberry's sitting there taunting you.
I don't even know why why do I even want strawberries? Like they're just there.
Strawberries are nice. Are strawberries vegetables, Dave?
Oh, don't start that again.
We decided fruit, but the seeds
are on the outside, which is.
But somehow it's a fruit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it depends on your categorization, and you know, you're the scientist.
Yeah, I'm not a biologist though.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like I definitely I'm not a biologist.
They're the same thing. I've seen you work with plants. Computer generated plants.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
Can you get onto the other side?
That's what I'm trying to think, but I will need the dash to get back. I don't think
that's when it kind of this is turning now into you trying to analyzing this wall, right? Analyzing the room.
No, I can't get to the other side of it. At least not without dashing, and I don't think I'm not convinced that's how you're supposed to do it.
So Rasman's saying this game can teach you many things, but the most important is perseverance. Your enjoyment of this game is solely based on how you handle perseverance. Now, I was surprised that I think this is one of the first really difficult games I kind of got into, or for a long time, because I played like Super Meat Boy is probably the last time I played one. A really super difficult game, I would say. So Super Meat Boy is kind of
don't jump at that.
Like it feels different somehow. Super Meat Boy.
I think you'd have to be quite a funny streamer to keep this going for a while, right? Oh, well, that wasn't a cue for me to do any jokes or anything. Like I was right. So we're gonna have to move on. This strawberry's gonna be the end of me.
Yeah.
I mean, we might not be able to move on it.
Well, you've got to the top before.
I have. There we go. Okay. Sweating as well. This is gross. Why do people play games like this? Okay. Is this going to teach me about the wind mechanics? Or no? Okay.
The what mechanics?
There's no wind. Yeah. There's no wind, is there? Well, there. I mean, like, so there's these pixels flying across my screen.
There is wind at some point, I think. I could be wrong though, but I don't think I think it might be wind. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game.
Wow, I genuinely did not expect to make that. Okay.
Would you like some tips? It's mainly because there's one I kind of want to talk about the core loop in the game,
Right.
but that's kind of giving you a pretty strong hint. But it's not really, I suppose. Can I dive in?
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
people haven't come here to watch me play Celeste, Sean.
um,
Let's be honest.
so this game is actually about anxiety,
Okay. Yeah.
right? And what they're doing is they're trying to make you feel anxious, right? You come into the room and you see this obstacle that you think you can't overcome, and what you're doing at the moment is that you're like really kind of analyzing a room and deciding what to do. Yeah. Whereas actually what eventually you need to start doing is just jumping in and trusting your senses and trusting that you have control over this character.
Interesting.
So like, and this was, I was watching a video about this earlier today. Compare this to something like Mario, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at, when you play Mario, you have like loads and loads and loads of different moves that you can do. You can like double jump, triple jump. You can like long jump, all these things. And what that does is it gives you a feeling that you're in complete control. And it's about making you feel good. And like Dead Cells, like we played Dead Cells a while ago, and it kind of, the control is so, like the game is actually like doing some fake stuff for you. Like it's kind of guessing what you want to do and kind of fixing things for you. You've got very generous wall grab, very generous like coyote time and all this kind of stuff. Which Celeste, you don't have that. You have a very short move set, and so you're meant to feel tense because you've only got this tiny. It's very precise, right? What's here is like you have a super precise control. You feel like you have to plan everything, but in a way, the whole game is about making you get over that feeling.
Okay.
And actually just go in and trust that you're good enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Maybe I should. Yeah. No, that does make sense. And I think it is very interesting. And maybe I just need to spend more time with games like this, to fully, like, get that joy.
Yeah.
Which other people seem to have, like, I don't know, just inherited from like a computer game history that was denied to me by my older brother. That's basically what we're saying. This is how it's coming out.
Yeah. So Razman's saying it's not even trusting your senses either. It's literally just trial and error.
Yeah.
And you just have to jump in and give it. Do it. Yeah. It doesn't, like, there's no punishment for the number of deaths.
No.
But I know lots of people, like, I guess it's kind of, it's an interesting one because a lot of people play games for the power fantasy of like winning, whereas I tend to play. I don't like playing games that I know I can win at easily.
Interesting. Oh, fuck. Interesting.
So that whole area you went through is then optional, I guess.
Yeah. I assume I'm supposed to do this. Pow. Yeah. How on earth do I get around to that sweet strawberry? I don't really like strawberries, just putting that out there.
No.
I'm more of a raspberry man. That's a fun day fact for the evening. Oh,
so it's kind of like thinking about how to do the platform controls and stuff is about what you want to achieve. So in like making it home, we want people to feel like they have lots of control.
Yeah.
So that changes how we want the character to control versus like something like Celeste.
Yeah.
So like the idea of having like a really generous double jump and full air control.
Well, there's no in our oh god, in our game, there's no concentrate, Dave. There's no fail state, in the sense that if you miss a jump, it's like you
it
don't,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't respawn, you don't die. It just like you've missed 4 seconds or whatever of time efficiency.
Probably the other. So like, I've also kind of got into like. So you've not played any like Dark Souls type games, have you?
Other than Cuphead, no.
That's not a Dark Souls game. I mean, literally like the like Dark Souls.
Like the franchise, no.
Like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro.
Oh, you picked that one up recently, didn't you?
Yeah, and like I kind of love it, but like, so so the first time I bought a Dark Souls, it was Dark Souls 3, I think, like the last one I bought it on PC. It was like one of the first ones to come out straight on Steam, I think. I could be wrong. Is this still an optional room then?
Yeah, there's no exit to this room, and I'm not quite sure what I'm missing to get this, but I'm obviously missing something.
Yeah. So I remember buying Dark Souls, and like I bought it on Steam, and like I immediately, because I'd lost my job, and I'd been given another job, and so Razman's given some tips here, because you're not seeing the chat. The strawberry left after you did something. Experiment with the controls to try and come to a logical conclusion why it leaves.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Thank you, dude.
So yeah, that's a mechanic I don't think I ever figured out. No, did I figure it out? Maybe I did. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, so I bought Dark Souls, and I thought, I wanted to try and understand why people like this stuff. And I got literally like the first big boss. I just kept dying and dying and dying, and I got to the point where I was like, oh, I should have just got a refund. I need to get a refund, and realized I've been playing the game for more than 2 hours, and so couldn't get a refund. And then was like, okay, well, I better try and beat this. And eventually, I don't know how many hours it took me, but I beat it, and the feeling of beating it was just amazing. And like, I was immediately, I get it. I absolutely get why people like this game. That felt so much more rewarding than like a lot of other games. And I'm currently playing They Are Billions for the first time. And I was saying to you, like, that it's basically, one will definitely stream like in a couple of weeks, or 2 or 3 weeks, or something. It's like an RTS game, but it's kind of like tower defense, because you're building a base, and then at some point, like, zombies invade, and like lots of zombies invade, and the game is all about surviving that big invasion. And you can be playing it for like 2 or 3 hours, and then lose. And the game is set up so you can't quick save. Like it's in a permanent iron mode. Can you land on that platform on the top right, recharge your dash, and then jump into that dash thing below? Is that?
Yeah. No, like, so. No, I think what I'm supposed to do, all right, is I'm supposed to make this jump and grab onto that, and I just haven't been able to make the grab. Because I did it once, and I just wasn't pressing the button properly. You could see she went to grab it, and then, like, come on, buddy, press the button, and I didn't. Like
yeah,
there we
go. They Are Billions. It's like, it is. You could play it for ages and then lose, but it really feels like it means something if I win. And like, so I used to play Armor. Like, I really am into Armor. You don't have to grab it. Someone is telling you in chat.
Oh, then you just have to nail the jump better?
Diagonal dashing will make you go a bit further than horizontal dashing.
Ooh, okay, good call.
Yeah.
He says horizontal dashing. Yeah, good shout.
Nice.
What? Okay, room done. I'm just doing what you said. I'm not overthinking it. I'm just kind of jamming it. Yeah, it goes.
Just jump in.
Die in a turn. Not anxious, Sean. Not anxious.
No, that's good.
This game isn't the bottom beat. Oh god.
Didn't wait for it to go. So there, yeah, there's a little bit. It doesn't. They don't go straight away, do they?
No. Ah.
You're about 2/3 through the chapter.
Ooh. How many chapters are there in the game? Out of curiosity.
I don't know. How many chapters are there? I can't remember. Like I said, I got to that point where I lost some progress, and I was like, I can't go back. I do kind of want to. I like it. Feels so good. I kind of want to go back to the game we were playing last week. The
Scourge, Binder,
Scourge
Devil,
Bringer. Again, that one's super hard. Like probably more difficult than this.
All right.
Yeah. Well, like I was like, yeah. So there are 9 chapters, and then the optional kind of mixtape harder versions.
That was interesting.
What do you think about the size of the character on screen?
I mean, we've obviously missed a trick with our character by not having them mostly dominated by hair. That seems to be the current pixel art kind of roguelike platformer du jour choice.
That's a backpack, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, at least that's what I assumed.
Mm-hmm.
Looks quite a bit like our ladybug.
Mm-hmm. I do like the like.
Come on.
The change in hair color is interesting.
Yeah, it's a nice touch, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice mechanic.
So remember, diagonal jumps further.
Yeah, but you're right. I was worried about hitting the wall above, so maybe I just need to get a bit lower. Oh.
Yeah.
Also,
there's actually fan-made modded levels.
Oh, nice.
Which is awesome. There's even a multiplayer mod.
What?
Yeah.
Ah, diagonal dash. Why must you? Oh, dear me.
Are you using D-pad or are you using the stick?
Stick.
You thought about using the D-pad?
Not until you just said it.
Yeah. I don't know what controller you're using. Are you just a standard 360 or?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was so good. I'm probably like one behind, but that was really close.
Yeah, that was super close.
I think that's probably the way, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people do like modding is a big deal in games. Like obviously.
Is that a hot take, Sean? Oh God!
That is a hot take. Rasman was just saying that modding is everything. But yeah, like yeah. Yeah, I
you heard it here first, people.
People like mods. No, so like I was going to say actually like another game I really was into probably the same time that you were playing World of Warcraft was Operation Flashpoint, which then later became Armor, which later became Armor 2, which later became Armor 3. Which is nice. It's difficult. It's like walking in a forest for like half an hour and then getting shot. Like that's
yay fun. People took this piss out of me for playing WoW. God, you know.
Diagonals further.
I might just get that tattooed on my forehead.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's the trick here.
No, I don't think
it
is.
Be.
I think it's better using this momentum.
But have you? Yeah, but I think you do both, don't you?
But I don't know. It feels like I'm such a long way off. But yeah, like.
Are you jumping too late?
Probably. Maybe too early. Who knows? It's one of them.
Oh, there you go.
Do I?
Maybe you just go to the other side.
Oh, that was close. That one was close. That was
okay,
close.
Here's an interesting conversation. Which Razman suggested. So, you know, this game is a good example of the ever-present difficulty of games and easy mode conversation.
Right.
So, what's your feeling on easy mode? How do you should you have a difficulty mode? Should Making It Home have a difficulty mode
I see.
when you launch it? That's a like we've never done that before.
No.
Should hard games be forced to add easy modes? It's a really difficult question. Like, there's lots going on there, isn't there? Like,
yeah.
yeah. So, okay, here's an example I'm going to give, an actual example. So, The Witness, which is Jonathan Blow.
Yeah.
It's a big puzzle game, and you go around this island solving puzzles, and each of the puzzles is different. It's a great game, one of my favorite games of all time. There's one particular puzzle that is, well, there's a few puzzles actually. Let's say one puzzle that is to do with color.
Yeah.
And people who are colorblind can't solve it.
Ah, that sucks.
But
Yeah.
Jonathan Blow said, well, you don't need to solve all the puzzles to complete the game.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Well, I would just say that's like there are colorblind modes in games. You know, there's a lot of colors that people with colorblindness, especially the more common types, don't have a problem with. You know, like there's some argument that that's just a failure in design. Like, notice that.
But then, like, is it like, I'm not sure what I feel on this. So Sekiro was another part of this conversation. Rasmus has like those kind of Dark Soul games do all come up too. Because I think Sekiro does Sekiro have difficulty modes? I can't remember. Like it might. I was just asking Rasmus. Yeah. So this idea of, but I'm going to say I would say it's not bad design. Because, like, if that's what you were trying to achieve, so it gets really like it's really a difficult topic, right? Because on one hand, I would like it if everyone can play every game and experience every game.
Yeah.
But if you will do that, that's ultimately going to limit what you can make.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, I understand that logic.
Like, it's kind of saying. Okay, so right, so there's so some people, so Sekiro doesn't have an easy mode, but there were some players demanding.
Oh, got there, get there, no, stay there, no.
Well, now you know it's possible. Progress. So yeah, we get like, should Sekiro have an easy mode to make it more accessible for less skilled players and for gamers with disabilities? So there's an assist mode on this, Dave, isn't there? This is always like, there you go. Oh, but, like, I know I'm a little bit behind, but like that shows you like that was quite a nice. What did that feel like? That progress there of like, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. Oh, I almost did it, and now I did it.
I can get the feeling. I just would not seek this feeling out myself.
Yeah.
I'm like way more of a plateau kind of guy than a peak and trough kind of guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what that says about me. Well, I do. I just said it, but.
Well, no, like you like. You have to enjoy what you enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like, you know, I think...
This memorial dedicated to those who perished on the climb. Fortunately, I did not perish. Or nothing. Oh, I'm exhausted. I know what you mean, Madeline. Just light a little fire here. Take my backpack off. Bird lands on my head. It's a bit rude.
So what do you think of the controls now? Or is there story going on?
There is. Sorry, yeah, this might have been a mistake. I'm just talking to Madeline for a moment. What do I think of the controls? They're super sweet. Like, you no doubt they're nice, man. Yeah, that's nice. I can even move in this chapter screen. 8 strawberries out of 20, and I died 154 times. Nice, it tells you that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's what we all wanted to see at home, right?
Yeah, it's not. I like that though. Like,
No.
numbers going up is fun.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about? Do you want to try
Hmm.
this one? Can we turn the accessibility mode on just for a bit? See what it's
Yeah.
like. Or do you
So
not want to do?
no,
I
it's
don't know
fine.
how far you want to go, or it's that you call it.
Yeah. So save and quit. And because I've only started the chapter, chances are it's not gonna this mode.
Or do you have to? Do you only get to do assist mode at a new start of a new save?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
That would seem silly.
Allows you to modify the game's rules to fit your specific needs. This includes options such as slowing the game speed, granting yourself invisibility or infinite stamina, or skipping chapters entirely.
Wow.
Celeste is intended to be a challenging and rewarding experience. If the default game proves inaccessible to you, we hope you can still find that experience with assist mode. Would you like to play with assist mode? Yeah, let's have a look. So I can continue. So I don't know how assist mode is active or assist options. There we go.
Okay.
So yeah, you can have 2 air dashes. You can have infinite air dashes.
Yeah. So that's the so then you're kind of how I was talking about like how Mario is like gives you all these movement options.
Mm-hmm.
They're all like get out of jail free cards, right? So some people are suggesting that the dash assist is quite a good one to have on. So what did you turn on?
Sorry, yeah, dash assist and invincibility, just to see how that really affected, like if you fall somewhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So is the dash assist pausing it a bit when you do the dash?
Yeah, and it's kind of just like showing you where you're gonna go.
Can you? But you can steer it post press. Is that what's going on there? Holding the button, you can pause time and allow you to pick the direction you want.
Oh, I see.
So you've got more time to think.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
So you were trying to nail that diagonal.
Yeah.
And like you're still kind of experiencing the game. Like it's not taking anything. It's really good, isn't it? Like
it is a great idea. It's amazing how actually it's going to change quite a few levels in some ways. Like the way you just approach a level will be very different. Like,
yeah, the invincibility thing is quite a.
It's a big shift because you can just ignore those spikes, right? Like
yeah,
they're just no longer a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what are these?
What are those, Dave? At the moment, they don't let it turned on. Just
Oh, I can knock that. That's interesting. They don't look like they're turned on. Interesting thing for you to say, Sean.
That's an interesting thing for me to say, isn't it? Yes.
How do you turn on what looks to be rocks or stars? We will find out.
Yeah. Yeah, like maybe you don't need to be in that screen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're kind of already. And you could, so like it's giving you a chance to skip. Oh, are they? Oh man, oh wow! I just realized what that pink stuff is. Isn't that telling you where to go?
Pink stuff.
Is it? Because that's not. If you turn off the highlighting, is that showing you where to jump, or is that actually part of the level?
I think it's part of the level, dude. Like, because I couldn't interact kind of weirdly with them.
Is there not a highlighting mode in accessibility options?
No, dash assist.
Okay.
Infinite stamina, game speed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, like, what happens if in an invincibility mode if you fall to the? Oh, yeah. I was going to try and sound like fall to my death.
Oh, yeah,
you just sit there.
Oh, they blocked off. It looks like there's some parts that are actually like they've walled it off.
Yeah.
I think there's usually, or maybe.
Oh, nice. There's stuff inside though.
So here's a question: would you play the game in this way?
It's a good question. don't know. Because you're like, if it's not like I totally get like challenges are different for everyone, and God knows we probably all would have had a more manageable time of it for the last 20 minutes, hour, if I'd had the dash assist on.
Yeah.
And if it's but like it's kind of like it raises that interesting question, like for me, of like, what is this game if it's not dying and trying lots and lots? Like is it just kind of and this is totally fair, like just a nice bimble around a pixel art kind of environment, kind of solving puzzles a bit, which I'm currently failing to do. And as I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But it is really interesting when you take that part of the challenge out. Like,
do you need to go towards the light?
Never go towards the light, dude. So, like, because we were talking about. Well, actually, interestingly, like the only way the one thing that makes me think of that we were like, exploring was interesting. Okay, do you find it? There then. Was actually turning dialogue on and off.
Yeah, I suppose it was. Yeah.
That's the one thing we've been messing around with. There's a potential thing to give players the option of kind of. It's not an assist mode in the way that this.
It's their way of customizing it, right?
Yeah.
Which is, and. I generally can't remember where you have to go.
I've unlocked an area.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that was really kind of sneaky.
Yeah, like once you realise that walls, that classic thing, that wall's just not quite structurally sound.
Yeah. I think you should turn the assist mode off.
Ooh. Okay. That's it's deep. Dun dun dun. Ah. Music's great. Love it.
I think you should turn the assist mode. I mean, you do what you want to do.
I might I might turn the invincibility off.
Yes, I think that's
the one that's just basically meaning I could just jump around and do whatever I like.
Yeah. But then that's quite good, isn't it? Because that means you can. This is so the person who made the music was their first video game soundtrack.
No way.
Yeah.
Nice. That's very cool.
So there you go. So that's what those things do.
Nice. I like them. They're very cool.
Yeah.
See, that's not how we do this, Dave. Yeah, I do like the soundtrack a lot.
Yeah, this is one of those soundtracks that I do listen to while I work.
Nice.
But so this, like, I feel like now for you, like, you are. This is like now you're enjoying the game, because I think was your problem not. I feel like you were having the most difficulty getting the dash in the right direction, whereas now you have a little bit of time to think about it.
Yeah, that's true. But also, interestingly, like the kind of like the accessibility options meant that like there was almost no need to worry about getting things right, as it were, because you're just like, well, it's, and that that was kind of interesting to me.
Do you mean like the invincibility?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because like this is obviously going to hopefully help me like manage to do the basic, he says, the basic functions of the game a bit more successfully. But like just kind of, if you wanted a much more chilled out experience, then obviously this is, you know, going to give you that a little bit more with those accessibility options, which is the whole point. I know, but it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Do I enjoy it more, I suppose, is the question.
Yeah, I think that's the question. So I don't think I could play it with invincibility on, but like this mode that you're doing now, because like this is a mode like both for if you have issues with reaction speed maybe, or like even just the fine tuning of, you know.
Yeah. That's a cool mechanic, I must admit. I really like this.
It's so like Raz has said that it's catering to everyone, not just like, hey, this is our easy mode.
Yeah.
And enemies are harder or not harder, you know.
Well, yeah, I like that they are like customizable to kind of how you feel about like what is their options, right? Like what is it that would help you and like get the most out of this.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I was going to say you don't wall jump, like don't dash to that first one, but you managed to do it.
Thanks, man.
You already got that strawberry. Didn't you already get it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I failed to get this strawberry. And I don't think I can quite time it, so I'm just going to not let everyone have to deal with that. Same with that one. Kind of interested where I'm supposed to go now. Ooh, hello. Hi.
Like I wasn't quite expecting the amount of exploration this game has. And there's one of those mixtapes.
Oh, is that what they are? Oh,
yeah. So like, so this one is more like it's the rhythm. So I remember like Super Meat Boy. The way to play Super Meat Boy was you had to start moving as soon as you spawned because the game was timed based on that.
Okay.
So like it was timed based on you moving straight away. So I kind of approached this in a very similar way. Of like you need to not stop. Like, you just go. Like don't even like you don't even stop. Just like
oh. Okay. Oh, that's a hole. No.
But this is very Mario, isn't it? These kind of things.
Oh, yep. Ah. Okay. No, Dave. No.
So is there anything we can learn from platforming here? That we like we're not making a platformer.
No.
Well,
no.
Even though we kind of are, but we're not.
No, but we're not. Not in this sense of platform.
Like it. No, but it is a platformer though, isn't it? Like ultimately, it's. God, is it? Like, what genre?
Well, the issue is like,
game.
like it's a build your own platform that doesn't punish you for missing jumps. I just zone out when I get to that bottom screen. I'm just like, right, made it. Don't need to worry. Oh wait.
I think this is optional as well to get that mixtape. You don't need to get that mixtape, do you?
I'd like to. Oh, I'd like to get one mixtape just to say I have.
I think. Well, you can do it.
Thanks,
you just
Sean.
need to actually do it.
Just need
Like,
to,
do
it.
That
Is that how you teach? It's like,
Yeah,
well, you can do it. Just got to do it. Just,
Yeah, you just have to do
just
it.
stop bugging me about it and go away and do it.
Yeah, that's how I won that award.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I literally, like, the way I teach, I say you have to fail.
It's only through our failures that we learn, eh? All that jazz.
But yeah, so Razman's kind of made a point of how much optional stuff there is in here, which we'd kind of talked about, haven't we?
Yeah.
Like how much stuff. Oh, that's nice. It puts you at the top, so you don't have to kind of get all the way around.
That's a
like
faff around like I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a jerk. Yep.
But can't you now get further up the top? Because didn't you? If you go up all the way up, there's a way, isn't there? Remember? When you first went up, when you got to this chapter, the first thing you did was went up, and you were like, "Oh, they're turned off. You can't do anything."
Oh yeah, that's true.
So maybe you just need to go up there. And what's really nice about this game is how it introduces new stuff to you quite frequently. Like these new mechanics.
Yeah, I mean this thing's super cool. I like. There's something about like just going through that material that's just feels great.
Yeah. The light is I think the light is showing you where to go, isn't it?
Right.
There was the light really up high, like.
Which light? There's a lot of light on the screen, Sean.
Okay, yeah. So if you go, there's the one place you need to
go.
Oh,
up there, like yeah.
Yeah, because before that light was down the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Touche.
There's a bit I think I want you to see on this before we finish it at the end of this chapter, which I don't think you're far off seeing. But I think.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore. Okay, fine. We'll get to the. We'll do it your way, Sean.
I'm not sure.
That's me joking. Obviously,
Okay.
this is me. Ooh. Okay. And it might also be an issue that I don't know how to get up there.
Didn't you get up there before though?
There's this,
It's been somewhere else, like, or is it not up there? You went somewhere where there was like a to. Is it further to the right? You went.
No, it's because I had an invincibility mode on, wasn't it?
No, but you.
Because I went.
You got up.
Yeah,
No,
I got
go-
to the right. No, to the right is where
Yeah.
that strawberry room is.
No, isn't the right. No, I mean like down on the bottom. It's hard to direct you when I'm like a few seconds behind. Underneath the strawberry room. There's somewhere underneath the strawberry room.
Yeah, that's where I've just been, like the whole time. Haven't I?
I don't think so.
Yes,
I don't know.
yeah, it is, yeah.
But there was somewhere you got to. Yeah, but so go to the right here.
Okay.
Like past. No, like. Oh, okay. I'm. This is impossible. But,
Yeah, like I'm now here.
so you want to go. Keep going right. Don't go down to that thing.
Yep.
Oh. There was somewhere you got to where there was two of the. There was one above each other, and I said to you, it's like they're not turned on.
Yeah. I
Where was that?
think that was. So I will. This is a cheaty face, but I'm just gonna do it because you know. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to. Yeah, I will be able to do it now. Because
So
I
I
went
guess
like this. I did that because I didn't have to worry about these
Oh,
spikes.
yeah, I see.
So I'm gonna. I still have to execute, Dave. Come on.
Yeah.
I did it before. I'm not quite sure how.
Well, you jump first, and that's wall jumping, isn't it?
Yes,
You-
of course it
you
is. There it is, Sean. Of course it is, Sean. Right, so yeah, here's where I was before. Ooh.
Okay, right. I'm not going to tell him, Razman, but notice what happens when you go through one of those blocks
Yeah.
to your hair.
Ooh. It's blue, but Like the whole of me's blue.
No, but like when you come out you, like
Oh, you get another jump.
you get your dash back.
Yeah.
So you could have done the one.
Probably.
Yeah.
That sounds like me.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. This is just bouncing me back.
You want to turn invincibility off?
Oh. Is it gonna kill me?
Well, that would kill you, but like, it's interesting. It bounces you back, but that's because normally that kills you.
That doesn't normally happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it kills me, then.
But there's a way through here that you're possibly missing.
I'm definitely
You're
missing.
obviously missing it, but there's.
I thought I would have to go up here.
You do have to go up there.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I think I see.
And actually, this is one point where that bouncing probably would make it hard to figure this out. Because if you figured it out, I don't know if you figured it out yet. I think, like, maybe the artwork you're missing something, that there's a gap.
And that gap at the top, top right. Yeah.
No, like above. No, as in there's a gap right there where you are.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yes, I would have. Maybe I would have got there. I'd like to think I would have got there eventually, but who knows? Probably not. And now I've balls that up. So let's go this way.
But that was an interesting thing. You didn't notice that, right?
Yeah. No. Crap.
Yeah, I can't remember how to get through. So this is teaching you all about this killing you business when you go through, because you're lost. You know, once you go into a dream thingy,
Yeah.
you're gonna get splattered. Like how? Well, you go diagonal to the one to the right, right?
Got there at the same time Sean got there. That's all we could ask for, folks. Oh. Oh, evil Madeline. Madeline, darling, slow down. Who said that? Oh, I'm simply a concerned observer with evil hair and eyes. Are you me? I'm part of you. Dun, dun, dun. Why would part of me look so creepy? Animated on creepy, very nice. This is just what I look like, okay? Touche. Touche, creepy me. Deal with it. Wow. A lot of sass. Sorry, I didn't mean... Wow,
so
forget about it. Yeah. Okay.
I've just been told that the Celeste community call her Badeline.
Oh, nice. That's why you have communities right there. I can't tell you what a relief it is to finally get out of your head. But look, I'm worried about us. We need a hobby, but this... I know it sounds crazy, but I need to climb this mountain. You are many things, darling, but you are not a mountain climber. Who says I can't be? Oh, she's so cute. I know it's not your strong suit, but be reasonable for once. You have no idea what you're getting into. You can't handle this. That is exactly why I need to do this. Touche, Madeline, touche. Are you the weak part of me or the lazy part? I'm the pragmatic part. Wow, telling you the difference between those three things. I'm trying to be diplomatic here. Let's go home. Let's go home together. Wow, she jumped out of the like avatar box there. That was cool.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh, she's now chasing me. Oh la la. That's like, this is the last thing I needed, by the way.
Notice something about how she moves. and where she's moving.
No. What am I supposed to notice?
She's following your exact actions.
Oh. Did we steal that, or did is that something that, like, I guess probably a lot of games?
Yeah, no, this we well, no, yeah, we totally did it before. No, it's Dark Link, right?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. That which was our
The
inspiration.
Shadow Mario.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fuck. It's totally thrown me off.
Mm-hmm. So yes, this is why I got so excited about this game. I remember telling you about it, and like, this is like the metaphor of this game is about you dealing with your anxiety and self.
Yeah, and this fucking causing me anxiety, Sean.
Yeah. So how do you deal with this kind of anxiety, right? Like, we're gonna get deep here.
I talk to my lazy, pragmatic side and just like say, "Let's go play some Hearthstone."
Well, the worst thing you can do is focus on it.
It's true. Yeah.
Are you looking at it?
No, because it's not. It doesn't help you to look at it at all.
Yeah, that to me is where I thought this game is like
Doing
what this game is trying to do is really.
Yeah.
This is what I talk about, where like having a game that has a metaphor through every bit. What is that? What are we trying to say with our game? What are we trying to do? Like because this clearly. Do you know what I mean? Am I making any sense? I'm getting excited and probably not framing my words. Maybe this isn't such a big deal, or like.
No, it is, but it is interesting because if you didn't know that whole anxiety metaphor was there,
yeah,
like would you know what how like it changes drastically how you view a lot of what's going on here, which I think is again like super interesting to talk about in terms of metaphors in games. And I love how you can kind of juke her out of this. Like, you can get her to do wrong moves or whatever if you're very clever. Not like me.
Yeah. Like, so Raz has brought up a point. Would this game be memorable if it didn't have that?
No,
how important is it to the game?
Well,
like
I mean, it would be memorable. Don't get me wrong, but...
I suppose it's hard to separate those things out.
Yeah.
But it would... But, like, would it now, though? Like, in a lot of ways... So what I think Celeste is really interesting... The reason it's really interesting to me, lots of reasons, but is that it almost show. You know, we talk about it now as this idea of like indie games are a metaphor for depression.
Yeah.
This was the point where everyone started saying it was cliche.
Yeah.
I think this, like anyone that did it after this, because I guess partly because this did it so well. But you think, what was the game? Gris?
Yeah. We looked at Gris, didn't we?
Yeah. That's a game that came out just after this, I think.
Yeah, if not, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, about the same kind of time was when I was thinking about Gris. You were playing. Maybe you were playing Celeste or something like that.
Yeah. And what's quite nice is you can sit here and think about it, right?
That opening like lag is super interesting. You can be like, right, because I need to get that top left and key, and I'm not quite worked out how to do that.
Well, remember you get your dash back again when you go through that thing.
Okay, yeah, that's probably why. That's a good shout.
So I really like this stuff. This idea, like I don't know why. You know, I guess I was going through a particular point in my life at the time, and it spoke to me at that point, and that's why it meant a lot to me. And maybe it says something.
Oh god damn it!
Lots of people are going through this shit, right? So
yes,
that's probably why. It
was
so well received, I think.
But I think as well, it really interestingly It's got to be a way of getting past her. Of gamifying like a feeling, like, and that's like, so like Gris like doesn't quite manage that in quite the same way, because for me, like the whole platforming element of Gris, like, it's not that it felt superfluous. I just gotta get quicker. Maybe I do.
I think you just need to not hit the. quicker. You could have done it then. It's the when you hit the ledge and hang on it, you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
When you land and then you can get back. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
So Grist doesn't. It's not embedded in the mechanics, right?
No, that's the thing.
That's the thing is interesting, is that idea of...
But Grist didn't make me do that, so there's that.
But I don't like when you get into the flow of that though. This section,
I
love this point.
It is like a rhythm, isn't it? Fuck.
Yeah. I don't know, like maybe I've spoiled a bit by explaining to you what the metaphor is.
No. I knew elements of it ahead of time. I knew it was about anxiety.
Yeah, I didn't know when I played it the first time. Like, so for me, it was kind of. I think maybe it's from doing this whole game design thing, or like. I used to always remember in English lit, like reading a bunch of poems and kind of seeing all. We spent ages talking about, like, you know, obviously as a creative writer, you can. I
can dig, yeah.
You can dig that, right? But like, you know, you go through a poem and you read loads of stuff and you kind of like find all these extra layers of meaning and how, like, I love that stuff. And then I always used to wonder how much of that was actually by design, or just
other people saying,
seeing it, and it doesn't matter. Does it really? Like, if it's not by design, that doesn't matter. I don't think.
No. Well, I think the important thing for budding game developers and budding creative writers alike is that, yes, there's an important difference and distinction between artistic intent and artistic interpretation. So the fact that, like, there's no point in here that it say this is a game about anxiety, right?
No.
Like, not like you boot up the game, there's a picture, and alongside press A to jump, there's an explanation of what anxiety is and how it can affect people, etc., etc., right? So, but then presumably through the course of the game, through its dialogue, you actually come to learn that's exactly what this is about. Now, that's not to say that was accidental. Obviously, it's not. But if you interpreted this as a game about stalking, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean necessarily that your interpretation is incorrect, but it was an unintended interpretation.
Yeah.
So, like you have the right as a consumer of any given artistic artifact to interpret it any way you want. Doesn't mean like it was intended. Doesn't mean other people will agree with you.
I'm just going to give you a quick tip. Follow the light.
Follow the light. Cool.
Yeah. You've opted to not go to the exit several times.
Have I? No. Oh God, yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, no, but I love it, and I think it says a lot that people are thinking about games in this way, and you know, But then as a designer, I'm then thinking about it and thinking about what we can do in our games to really, like, what are the messages we're trying to set? Like, what are we trying to? How do things make sense in that way in a game when we're introducing something? And I think, and like, I realized actually. So, sorry for those of you watching. If you, so we're working on a game making at home, and it's about going on a journey across America, and so there's a mechanic in the game which is that, like, if you don't get to certain parts of your journey quick enough, you miss out on seeing people. Is an easy way of saying it, right?
Yeah.
And we also have a mechanic in there where you can stop and work a couple of shifts in a diner. And I was thinking, we need to make it very clear that if you do that, you might miss people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just always going to do it. And then it's like an interesting thing about how you're having to prioritize work over your family. and that's an interesting message. Like, there's some interesting stuff there.
Yes.
Like, what are we saying about that? Like, are we saying that you shouldn't be like? Yeah. Does that make sense? Like, what is it we're trying to say about that situation? Are we trying to say anything, or are we just trying to like, or are we just letting the player reflect on that?
This sucks that it keeps taking me back here. I feel like there's a little bit of a checkpoint potential here.
But that's I was surprised actually on this bit.
I've probably done this like 10 different ways and failed at every point here. Yeah.
Well, you've got most of it down. It's just this bit where you have to go from dash to dash, right?
Yeah.
So, because I remember
nailing
thinking
that first
so
dash.
I ended up using a D-pad because, like, I didn't have because you need precision dashing. So you need to know I'm going right because you need to do a left dash, not a diagonal dash when you jump down that next one.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's kind of about precision, but also about just getting in the flow. And this whole section is teaching you to play that way throughout the rest of the game. Is to get you. It's building. It's interesting because it's actually this section builds your confidence. Yeah. You, like overall of your confidence. Oh! You can just do it.
You can just kind of nail it. Yeah.
It's really, really. It's just very, very good design. You almost had that. Yeah. Yeah. No. It's. This game totally deserved all of the stuff that it got.
Yeah, 100%.
In terms of coverage and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time.
Not that I'm like we're the people that should be saying whether or not games deserve.
No. But you can see why, basically, from an observation point of view.
Yeah.
Super
interesting.
One more.
There you go. You're feeling it now.
Not really. I'm not. I mean, it's interesting. You said you haven't played anymore since your fudge cakes.
What?
You haven't played since your initial burst, and it was all because one negative experience made you think and feel differently about it, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah. For me, it was losing that progress.
Yeah.
Because it's a game where it feels like are so challenging that when you the game has to be fair.
Yes. All right. You've seen me fail at things more than enough tonight, and I'm really glad we got to the point where battling came into the game, and we could talk a little bit about that. So that's super cool.
Yeah, that was kind of a key thing I think, which I wanted. That's a key takeaway from this game. Is that side of things.
Yeah. But also, it's really interesting seeing how much of this game, I mean, obviously you've played a little bit further on than I have, you can read around it and you probably learn a little bit more about what's going on than you would otherwise. But there's not much dialogue here. Those conversations were very short, very to the point, very, very they were pulling what we'd say in my kind of circles. They were working very hard.
Yeah.
For what little was actually on the page. So yeah, there we go. That's Celeste. Despite it not being the kind of game that I would normally gravitate towards, I think I love the art style, obviously. The pixel art I think is done really, really well, and that extra kind of layer of mechanics meets discussion of feelings I think kind of is enough to draw me in. And who knows, I might come back to it, I might play it a little bit more. But I think compared to building games or maybe RTS games or card games, I guess this is just not my general vibe. I tend to avoid anything that checks my reflexes for some reason. Not that my reflexes are awful, but they're just not
and
good.
We've said that before. Interesting, because the last two games we made totally do that.
Yeah.
Or the game we're currently making and the last game we made.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a real wrench. But then, yeah. I mean, I think there is a bit of a truism that a lot of people design games that they would like to play.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much that necessarily is true. I think you have to take that with a bit of a pinch of salt with indies, because you might love to play I don't know, Call of Duty or WoW or Apex Legends. So it doesn't mean that you can then design a game like that, but there might be elements of those games in your designs.
Yeah.
Where can people find us, Sean?
They can find us over at pillbug.zone.
Cool.
And they can follow us here. We stream every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
We would love it if you liked and subscribed and did all those amazing happy internet stuff. Follow and all the algorithm pleasing things.
Yeah.
Are really good. We make games, and we're currently working on a game right now.
Cool.
And you can check that out on our YouTube channel. The trailer is right there on the front page.
It sure is. And we'll be talking more about that. Obviously, there's regular updates on our Steam page, but we will also be streaming Making at Home every once in a while. But we don't want to be any more specific than that, because that might give the surprise away.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will stream it.
We will be streaming it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Cheers. Thanks very much, Sean. Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
See you next week.
Catch you later. Bye.